Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden calls himself trying to reprimand Japan and India because they won't welcome illegals into their country. I mean, this is why nobody likes the United States, because you're always trying to tell somebody what to do. You're always up in people's business. You always want to be in everybody's face with your unwanted advice. And I understand why a lot of the world don't like you. I really do. I get it. So, Joe Biden, there's a lot of people in the country you're in that don't want all of this immigration stuff, but your birth rate is so dismal. This is your alternative for making up what you're lacking in. So, Biden calls Japan and India xenophobic countries that do not welcome migrants, lumping the two with adversaries, China and Russia, as he tried to explain their economic circumstances. This man got a lot of all the inflation going on over here. Why are you worried about the economics of China and Russia? And you got all these economic problems right here in your country. Wow. The remarks at a campaign fundraiser Wednesday evening came just 3 weeks after the White House hosted Japan Prime Minister for a lavish official visit, during which the two leaders celebrated that what Biden called unbreakable alliance. The White House welcomed the India Prime Minister, I believe it's still Modi, for a state visit last summer. So Japan is a critical U.S. ally, and India, one of the world's fastest growing economies, is a vital partner. So at a hotel fundraiser where donors were mostly the audience, and they were largely Asian Americans. Okay, so they were the donors. Okay, well, that explains the crime bill. You got Asian donors. Okay. Biden says the upcoming U.S. election was about freedom, America, and democracy, and that the nation's economy is thriving because of you and many others. Why? Because we welcome immigrants. Okay, so the nation economy is thriving because Joe Biden claims it's because America welcomes immigrants. That's why, the economy is thriving. I don't think so. Look, think about it. Why is China stalling so badly economically? Why is Japan having trouble? Why is Russia? Why is India? Because they're xenophobic. They don't want immigrants. Well, it's their right not to have it. You don't run those countries. And if they choose not to open up the floodgates like you do, that's their business. And I'm sure Putin is not going to tell you let you tell him what to do. And neither are the leaders of these other countries. They're not going to allow you to tell them what to do and who they should let in. Who the hell are you? So he goes on, Biden, and says immigrants are what makes us strong, not a joke. Wow. Because we have an influx of workers who want to be here and want to contribute. Yeah, well, you better tell those up in New York and Chicago and all around the country that are committing crimes that that's what they came for, because they seem to believe they came for freebies, especially the ones from Venezuela. And that seems to be the majority of the ones coming across the border. There was no immediate reaction from either Japan or India governments. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby said Biden was making a broader point about the U.S. posture on immigration. our allies and partners, know well its tangible ways how President Biden values them, their friendship, their cooperations, their capabilities. So, wow. So, the same spokesperson, John Kirby, on Thursday morning, he was addressing what Biden said about xenophobia, and they understand how much he completely and utterly values the idea of alliances and partnership. Biden's comments came after the start of the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and he was introduced at a fundraiser by Tammy Duckworth, one of two senators of Asian American descent. She is a national co chair for his reelection campaign. Japan has acknowledged issues with its shrinking population, yeah, because they suffer from a low birth rate, even worse than the United States. And the number of babies born in the country in 2023 fell for the eighth year in a row for Japan. And this is according to data that was released in February. So Japan faces criticism because the country has long been known for a more closed door stance on immigration. And that has not seemed to change for them, you know. But they said they did put policies in place to make it a little easier for foreign workers to come to Japan, but they still really don't want their door wide open for a bunch of immigrants to come in. Meanwhile, India's population has swelled to become the world's largest, with the United Nations saying it's on track of reaching 1.425 billion. The population also skews younger. So, India recently enacted a new citizenship law that fast tracked naturalizations for Honduras, and Buddhists, Christians, Afghanis, Bangladesh, Pakistan, but it says they exclude Muslims, who are the majority in all three nations. So this is the first time India has set up a criteria for citizenship. Yeah, but it's also said they're not that eager to let people in. There are a lot of societies around this world that they're not big on immigration like the US is. And it's almost like um, what am I saying, Joe Biden wants these nations to mirror what the US is doing. And I don't think they will. That's just my opinion. I don't think everybody wants all of these foreigners coming in, especially the way the US is doing it. These people commit crimes one day, get arrested the next, and out in less than 24 hours. Who the hell wants that? Nobody. Nobody but Joe Biden. So, y'all, and he's full of crap. He still won't acknowledge all of the crimes these illegals are bringing to the country. Still trying to ignore it. But please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.